What up, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, whenever you are choosing to watch this stream. What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. You are tuned in to Whitney D TV 2.0. They're doing it You made it in corn. Mind you, she's done porn. She's in the process of still doing porn, meaning she did it. Well, first off, I want to say that y'all got to understand that fame is a hell of a drug. Welcome back, you guys. Before we get into everything, I just want to put this disclaimer out there. All right. This platform discusses any and all information that has been made known to the public in any way. I am not a journalist. I am a commentator. All right. The information is all alleged, but the commentary is very real. Okay. Discretion is advised. All right. So Good morning again. Welcome back, you guys. I want to go ahead and just welcome everybody. Again, welcome. Welcome to Whitney D TV 2.0. This is my second channel that I'm in the process of developing that is going to be more so news, more so conspiracy theories, panels, and things like that. Whitney D TV is geared towards, it's already in full steam ahead of the brand in regards to, R. Kelly, celebrity gossip, yada, yada, yada. Over here, I want to be a little more kind of punch a nerve over here. I'm going to be talking about things that will probably not really get me a lot of monetization, but that's okay. This is what this particular channel is for, as well as just any updates pertaining to Whitney D TV and Onsort, okay? So make sure that you head on over if you're tuning in from Facebook, Twitter. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I had the pleasure of having the opportunity to watch AZRIEL's interview, and so we're going to talk about that here shortly, and we're going to have a dialect, and I just want to pick you guys' All right, so I don't know what y'all heard, what you didn't hear. It just went mute, but I do apologize. But so we're gonna get into the interview with Azriel and Onsour, but I want to go ahead and welcome you guys, okay? Make sure that you put your city and or state in the chat so I know where you guys are tuning in from, okay? Like this video, share this video, okay? Especially because again, I am trying to build up this second page over here. So if you're tuning in from Twitter, Facebook, and Onsour, please take out the time just to hit that share button, okay? And subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Still the same vibes, okay? Keep it cute or you will get the boot from over here as well, all right? Now, if you like to drop a little change in my pockets, you can do so by sending me a Cashapp, okay? WhitneyD TV 87, all right? Okay, and make sure that you are heard over here, okay? Because this is still a safe space. Feel free to divulge whatever you would like, but make sure that you're respectful, okay? So leave a comment, all right? Okay, you guys. So as I stated, I had the absolute pleasure. I got the notification, as it's on Fox Soul, she's talking to Jason Lee. And I was excited. I was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. And so I went over there. She looked good. And I was super excited about that because you guys were being such buttholes, okay? When she did her second Gayle King interview. And I said what I said, baby. She did not, okay, displeased this time, okay? She came correct, and I'm so proud of her. This interview was beautifully done, if you ask me, and since you're on my channel, you did, okay? So it was beautifully done, if you ask me. Jason Lee composes very, 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 I'm sorry, that playback, sorry. Jason Lee, oh gosh, what? Hold on, y'all. I don't know what the heck. That's why it said my microphone. Sorry, my microphone. Okay. Jason Lee composed very, very good okay. And I really think he gets slept on in a lot of cases. But not for nothing. This interview was composed very good. Azriel looked awesome, okay? Had her hair done, her makeup done. She looked good. And I was trying to tell a lot of people, when the whole Azriel interview came out with Gayle King, that, it was a lot going on. The trial was going on. I mean, the trial had just wrapped up. It was a lot of stuff going on, right? So I knew it. I was like, y'all gotta just chill out. They were coming for the girl's natural hair. It was just sick, to say the utmost least. But baby, she came correct. Okay, she came with it with this interview. So I was proud to see her and her beauty, and how she handled herself with this particular interview. She didn't hold back. She didn't refuse to answer any questions. So they were actually able to have a dialect in regards to everything. He went deep, he asked her very direct questions. She didn't refuse. I mean, y'all, they talked about everything from how she got into the situation on up to her getting into the fight with Joy. Yes. So I have some clips that we're actually going to discuss. But first, I want to give a shout out to Mary Blue in the building. Thank you for tuning in so very much. Thank you. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. And it was just a few things that I wanted to point out, because I was just like, yes. I was like, get it. Okay. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully I don't get flagged because of these particular clips. I just wanted to go through a bit of everything. So let me go ahead and get everything set up. Let me share my screen with y'all. Sorry, y'all. How y'all doing? Okay. All right. Let me get this pulled up. Y'all, she did so good. Jason Lee did amazing.
Seeing that there's a lot of power in what you're saying, and this is why I'm asking the questions. In your mind, the whole time you still believe you were going to get the help.
Yeah. I was like,
but there was orchestrated effort around you to do completely different things.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But the reason why I asked the question is because I saw as your story was unfolding, I mean, as much as we were reporting, I was watching it. A lot of people blamed you and your parents.
Yes.
And it was almost like,
oh, now here's the kicker for me. When she gets into the conversation about parents and blaming her parents, I wanted everybody and their mama to hear about this. We're going to hear about it on down the line? Probably not. Nope. How could we possibly hear from the person who went through the situation and say, oh, well, you know, she was right, or no, nope, we're not going to hear nothing about this. Quana asked, where can we find the whole interview with? I'm about to post it right here for under the banner. Let me create a banner. Okay. Now, all you have to do is search this. Okay. This is Jada Pinkett Smith, new comments, and AZRIEL Clary exclusive interview, Hollywood Unlocked full episode. Okay. This is it in its entirety. Okay. So, yes, that's where you can see the full interview. But let's go ahead and get back into it. Okay.
I didn't know what that was. Is that just fans who refuse to see the image of their star one way, or is it easy to just blame women and their parents for a man's wrongdoing?
I kind of feel like you can never blame a parent, an adult who left their child with an adult. So let's start there. Like, that's first and foremost, you know. If you're an
did she just make a point there? I would say so. I would say she just made a valid point. How can you leave a child that you know is a child, so much so that you had to have consent from her parents to get her to even come with you? So how is it the parents' fault that she, being a child, was left with him, but it's not his fault? Or let me tickle the fancy of those that are on this side who claim they're for the victims. Well, the parents should have known better. Well, again, technically, as she talks about this in this interview, he was not the first celebrity. I've said that on my channel. Y'all, this is what artists do. I've showed y'all countless before they knocked me out of where were the parents with all these artists. This is what you do when you are gifted. See, no shade, no tea, but a lot of you guys aren't privy to how you maneuver around the industry because, no shade, you're not gifted like that, or your children aren't gifted like that. No shade. Mine ain't, okay? So I'm not saying that to be disrespectful or to be rude, but I'm saying it to be valid. You don't know, so one would assume that this is Ray up the street and you should have known better type of situation when it's not. AZRIEL is a true, authentic artist, talent. And here you are hearing it from the horse's mouth. Not even the horses, no shade, love you, AZRIEL. But you're hearing it from her. How are you going to sit here and blame my parents or myself for action that this man did at the end of the day? But I'm going to let her continue. Because I was so happy Jason asked that question.
Adult and you left a child with an adult, it does not fall on anybody else except for that adult that child was left with. And I definitely, you know, also have to just agree with what you said. You know, it's a lot of the backlash that I get are from people that are actually still very much die-hard fans of this man. Like, you can literally go on their page and you'll see like their face and this and that, and I'm just like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. But it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate, but I just feel like it's a lot of naive people who, you know, fell in love with someone's artistry and their music, and that's not even something that I can take away. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And
that's so true. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Why are we constantly coming up with excuses? Where were the parents? Well, she was fast and they did this. Right is right and wrong is wrong. This young lady, these young ladies, these young men were under his watch, his authority, regardless if they got there underhandedly, regardless if they got there by their own remission. It's still illegal, and it's still just very, very immoral how he treated these individuals. Period. And that's why I stand how I stand, and will continue to stand 10 toes down with the fact of the matter that I support not only the victims, but I support the parents of the victims. And that's not going to change unless I have some thorough, hey, come get this commentary, thorough receipts pertaining to a specific parent. Okay? And we got that when we go to the Illinois trial. We're going to hear how the Landfairs accepted monetary gifts and vacations and cars and things to that nature, because they have a paper trail. All this other stuff is just negative energy that you guys accumulated from bad experiences with some of these parents. And that's neither here nor there. Let's continue. And you guys can find this whole interview where it's described under the video on Hollywood Unlocked, okay, here on YouTube. But I'm going to have the link in the description box once this is over, just FYI.
You know, if you're, mentally ill and sick, then you should do everything that you can to fix that. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like that's just all about accountability. Even me, I had to take accountability. Like, I'm here now, but, I made a lot of very careless decisions. I was very young. I was very naive. And even I have to admit to that, So that's pretty much what it comes down to.
So when was it a switch from them orchestrating control over you and basically lying to you, mm-hmm. and frauding you into you falling in love with them? Or did you ever fall in love?
I wouldn't necessarily say I was in love, because I feel like it was a lot of manipulation, mm-hmm. to just keep me there.
Another validation of not being in love with R. Kelly. And everybody kept making this be a relationship, just a regular relationship. I, for one, was saying, because I remember reading transcripts a while back, even had the little trolls getting upset because I made this comparison. The only thing that I was saying that was kind of like, not regular in a sense, but similar to like a regular relationship, was the toxicity. Thank you. Come get this commentary, honey bunches. It was the toxicity of it all, and that's what I was saying. Like, this is kind of like, the relationships that you go through that are toxic, that you're naive to the fact of what this Negro is doing. And I pointed out whenever she got into it with Joycelyn, she was like, this nigga. I was like, yeah, I felt that. I felt that. As many times with my exes, I would go through their phone and I'll be like, this ninja. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I was saying in comparison to her kind of being in a relationship where we all can freaking, understand. We've all been naive and dumb. This girl is young. She was even younger then.
Now all know the beauty of love, gaslighting and love bombing, and how people can, take advantage of somebody, or just, anything of that nature. So I feel like it was definitely a lot of that, just keeping people there, just manipulating the situation to keep someone there, but not necessarily love.
But how did he get you to the point to where, he had you?
Yes.
Because you were.
You were. I had to think about it. Like, you're absolutely right.
No, because I've seen the different level. I've seen your process. I've seen the total control.
Yeah.
To like a light switch went off.
I was like,
yes, you guys. Okay, so I wanted to stop right there, because as you guys heard her, you see that emotion come out. Like, who has not been there? Sorry, y'all. Who has not been there to where You been naive. You been bamboozled. That girl didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And then she saw the documentary. She saw this stuff going on. She said, "What the heck?" You know, she was not going there to fight Joycelyn. She was not. She was trying to go and try to, help her sister out in a sense. So, you heard her. You know what I'm saying? It was just a sort of kind of train of things that went on. But let's continue, y'all.
Thank you, God.
So the total control piece, because there are women who are, I didn't even know how in-depth sex trafficking was, and how simple it is to lure women away from or take women away from their environments. And as I'm hearing all the women in our fans talk about it, I'm starting to tune more into women issues.
Right.
When do you realize the first level of control was there, that that it couldn't be penetrated? Like, what was the first sign?
Well, the first sign, honestly, I feel like I actually didn't really go through a lot of necessarily who he was until I turned 18. That is pretty much, when I first initially met him, all of my calls were very much monitored, even with my family. Like, it was 5 minutes and under.
Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? And I'm gonna have to grab this clip after this is said and done and post it everywhere. All her calls, she said when she first met him. Okay? When she first met him. Remember, she just said when she was 18, she saw a change, but she went back. She backtracked it and she said when she first met him, all her calls were monitored, even to her family. Hello? The text messages, hello, from her phone. Hello? Not from Miss Alice's phone, but her phone. Y'all gonna stop playing with me, people.
To be in the room that was just for anybody. Mm-hmm. And and then when I turned 18, it was just, you can't call him at all. And I was just,
you heard that? And then when I turned 18, this man started controlling her from the moment after he put his penis in her. Really, before that. When he got her on that FaceTime and she knew that, oh my God, he's real. This is an opportunity for me. He had her. He had her hands down on period. And I tried to explain that, but I'm a fan. I'm on the Clary's payroll. Like, no, like,
like, that's very odd, but okay, because at that point, I was comfortable, I was living with someone, so I was just like, okay. I didn't necessarily know where the disconnect was coming from or why someone whom felt like they hadn't been doing anything wrong would even feel like they needed to say that. So for me, it was just a lot of, okay, you've been treating people like very, very terribly, and clearly this is your way of trying to control the little bit of, this narrative that you do have. So for me, that's probably was like the first red flag. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then but then you felt like you were too deep in, or did you feel still manipulated to stay?
I did feel a little bit of both, because I couldn't understand where that was necessarily coming from or why I didn't necessarily or couldn't have a relationship with my parents or just call them normally. So for me, it was a little bit odd, but it wasn't like it just kind of seemed like something that he just made seem very simple. Like, mm-hmm. Next time you call your parents, I just want to be present. He just made it seem like something very simple.
Yeah, and that's how the enemy works. That's how abusers work. They come in very subtly. And I explained this to you guys, what was it, some weeks ago? And I was like, of course he didn't come and say, girl, you're gonna be eating your shit come some months from now or days from now. He didn't come that way. It came very subtly, slowly. And like she said, being in the industry, it was slowly but surely that, she kind of transitioned into this person that he made. Let's continue.
And then it became, okay, you actually cannot call them unless I'm here, you know. And it was, you know, I hate to say it, but it was an environment where you saw other women that were older than me that were allowing a lot of stuff. And so
to happen.
Yes.
But what about those people? Because Kay Michelle was here on the show and she said that when this was all going down, and she didn't say with you, but she said in general, like this has been a long-standing practice or whatever, or that's what she alluded to. She said that there were a lot of moms in the kitchen cooking dinner. In some situations, this wasn't clearly yours.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's other people that should be in jail, like assistants or security or drivers or people who are booking hotels or travel? I mean, these people were around.
Y'all, pause before we get into this. This was mind-blowing for me. Mind-blowing to say the least. And I loved her response. Check this out and I'm going to tell you why, okay? And then we're about to wrap this up.
I mean, honestly, I don't necessarily think, I cannot speak for anybody else. At the end of the day, I went through something toxic with one person. One person is the only person that put their hands on me. One person is the only person that did not allow me to speak with my family and so forth. So I cannot sit up here and say, oh, I want to blame this person, I want to blame that person, because then even I wouldn't be growing as a young woman if I was sitting with all that baggage and holding on to all of that. So no, I feel like the only person that, you know, took advantage of people, and even his staff, you know, fired them, treated them terribly, talked about them terribly, you know, that person is exactly where he's at, you know, sitting exactly where they are in their skin, you know, and that is the only person that I feel that should be held accountable.
Whoa, that took me. I was so excited that she said that. What? Yeah. Because again, that's exactly what the government did, okay? They redirected the focus from these stupid ass text messages from the parents to him. This is what nobody else is gathering. AZRIEL hit it right on the head. It's nobody else's fault. Not even the runners, not even the enablers, not even, although they helped him, but he made the choice. He made the choices to abuse them. He made the choice to put his grown man penis in them. He made the choice to sodomize them, to molest them, to do all these things. Yeah, they made it easy for him, but he took it there. He went the extra mile. He decided to do these things. So he deserves to be in jail. And that's on period. So I like when she said that. Good
so
job.
Where does this level of maturity come from? Because now I'm looking at you and you sitting here looking and sounding great, happy, smiling, laughing. Where was then what was your process to get through all that to where you are now?
Honestly, music and therapy. A lot of people don't know. When I left that situation in 2019, I went immediately into therapy.
But this is before you beat up Jocelyn or after?
Before.
Because the way you drug her through that hallway, that...
Stop. We're not even here to talk about that.
Okay.
No. Honestly...
Did you guys make up?
No. No.
All right, y'all. So y'all were able to check that out. And I'm just proud. Like I said, this interview was very good. AZRIEL did her thing. I was absolutely proud to see her on the screen, to see her and y'all can find the interview on Hollywood Unlocked, the full episode. It was for Fox Soul here on YouTube. But good job, Jason Lee. Good job. Great interview skills. That's how you conduct an interview. That's how you do that. He didn't give too much into his feelings. That's how you are non-biased. While the people in the back, okay? He could have went in. He showed sympathy, empathy, and then he was direct. Okay, he got the questions so he could get the answers, and it was done beautifully, very beautifully. I mean, like I said, AZRIEL looked gorgeous. Jason Lee asked the right questions. She came prepared. She was articulate. She didn't, shy away from answering anything. And I say kudos to her. AZRIEL did phenomenal on this interview. And if you would like to check the interview out in its entirety, please go visit Hollywood Unlocked here on YouTube for the full interview. I am so proud of AZRIEL. That was absolutely tremendous. Going from how she, was raised, how she was brought up, the family moments and times that she, lost in the process of transitioning and going through what she went through. She goes on into how she met R. Kelly. How fast it went. And that's what I think I had discussed whenever I was talking about the text messages. Y'all, these events happen in days. She met him. By that week, she was meeting him. By the next few days, she was whisked off to, be with him. This wasn't no, monthly time. No, y'all, these things happened in days. Very, very hard for you to really kind of cognitively receive what is going on in your life and what to actually do with what is going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have this golden opportunity. That's just like me. If, say for instance, I met the likes of a Gayle King or Oprah, and they're like, okay, Whitney, we love you. She wants you to come out here and do an all networks episode, and blah, blah. It just goes. You know what I'm saying? You really don't have an opportunity, but no shade. That's how the devil works. He doesn't give you an opportunity to think things through. That's why people hurt people and take people's lives so abruptly like that, because you have nowhere or sense of time to be able to think things through. And I think she just got way in over her head, along with the parents. It happened so fast. And, it was what it was. But to see her in her glory now and getting things done and moving around, I'm proud of her. And I know people be all in my comments, oh, you're so obsessed. No, I'm not. And if I was, oh, well, why are you obsessed with me being obsessed with somebody that ain't got nothing to do with you? I'm just saying, baby. And no, if I never get an interview with AZRIEL, I'm okay with that, because what you guys fail to realize, I have a real relationship with her outside of any of these lights, camera actions with the parents, and I will take that. I don't mind that, and I know how you got to move in this industry too. I got 6,000 subscribers on one platform, okay, and 23 on this one, okay. I get it. All right. She is a brand herself. She's trying to get places in life. I get it. So will I ever get an interview? Probably, if God sees fit. But at the end of the day, that's not going to stop me from supporting her, from uplifting her and her family. She's looking great. Okay. And she's doing well. And I just wanted to take out the time to shout her out. To share this video, I ask that you guys share the link that I'm going to post in the description box. Go look at the video, the interview in its entirety, and just put some love comments under the video for her, because I guarantee you she'll probably go back and watch this, if nothing more. But it was a very, very beautifully, eloquently done interview. Proud of Jason Lee. Kudos to you, brother, as well as AZRIEL Clary, okay? Well, you guys, that is absolutely it for me. I thank y'all so very much for taking out the time to head on over here to WhitneyD TV 2.0. Commentary like this and others is what you can expect here on WhitneyD TV. As I stated, my main channel as of right now is down. It's all right. We good, it's down as of right now, but we will be back up full-fledged on next week, okay, with another episode of Where the Parents. I'll probably put that same one back up and just remove the video in its entirety, because it was very informative, very, very, very informative. And it's not cool that it was restricted. I'll probably do a test run here. I ain't gonna lie to you. After I edit, post it here, and then if it goes through and we're good, I'll post it back onto the other one. But then we'll be full-fledged ahead for Straight Talk with Whitney D on WhitneyD TV. Okay. Life as His Queen says, hey, here by way of Come Get This Commentary. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Come Get This Commentary. We definitely, she stated something in my post the other day. Because you guys see, I'm kind of trying to scratch back to the surface in lieu of this kind of termination with my main page. And she said, we just got to help each other. And I remember when she was going through this is what's so funny. God is amazing. And it's you got to really, really do unto others as you would like to be done unto you. I remember she was going through her false flag situation, and her situation was tougher. She got terminated in the process. Her page got terminated in the process. And in lieu of her termination, you know, she was just like, oh, this is frustrating, but I do have another page. And I went in and I was talking about the situation. And then I went as far as grabbing her new page, the 2, and I pinned it on my wall. I was shouting her out, telling people to go subscribe, and she was just moving forward, you know. And look at my situation, and here we are. It's kind of like a full circle situation. She's able to do unto me as I did unto her. So it's important, y'all, to love on people so you can get that love back, you know. It's been a crazy week with everything going on. I was so disappointed because I was like, Lord, like, man, like this is a deep week. Like, come on, you know. But God said, you know what? No, I want to sit you down. I want to do other things unto you. And I was able to create this second channel. I have a different vision for it. I'm excited about it. I was able to kind of pull in some of my Facebook viewers on last night with me reading the transcripts. It's just amazing, you know. And now with this situation, you see how I'm able to now reach a different audience that I probably wouldn't have been able to through Come Get This Commentary. You know what I'm saying? See, so God has a way of doing exactly what He needs to do. And we just have to be willing to go along with the ride. So thank you guys again for tuning in. I don't want this to be much longer, so you guys that are watching the playback are able to run it back. We'll be back on my main channel. If you're listening in and you will just subscribe here, head on over to WhitneyD TV and subscribe there as well so you can continue to get this content as it is, okay? Thank y'all so very much for tuning in to another installation of WhitneyD TV 2.0. I'll see you guys on the other side. Good day. Deuces. What up, you guys? Whitney D here with WhitneyD TV, and we have merch! You made it in corn. Mind you, she's done corn. She's in the process of still doing corn, meaning she did it. Well, first off, I want to say that y'all got to understand that fame is a hell of a gun.